Loyalty in sports is not something we witness every day, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is a rare example of it. Giannis joined the Milwaukee Bucks in 2013 when he was just a 17-year-old skinny kid who barely spoke any English. As time went by, that skinny kid turned into the Greek freak. He won back-to-back MVP awards, became the third player ever to win the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year award in the same season, and, most importantly, he led the Bucks to the 2021 NBA championship, their first one in 50 years. But things have not gone well ever since. The Bucks did not come even close to the NBA Finals, but Giannis kept the right mindset.
Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure. There's no failure in sports. You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful, some days you're not.
That ended up being one of the most epic statements in recent sports history. Giannis's love for Milwaukee was unquestionable, and the Bucks were ready to make moves that would keep him in the Cream City. Another player who was a synonym for loyalty was Damian Lillard. He was fighting his battles in Portland for a decade, but could not take the Blazers further than the conference finals. Lillard was ready to do what it takes to put himself in a position to win, and he signed with the Bucks to join forces with Giannis in hopes of going all the way. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. Now the Bucks have lost in the opening playoff round in the last 3 seasons, and the elimination by the Pacers was especially painful. Lillard suffered an Achilles injury, and it will take a while for him to recover. At the age of 30, Giannis has a huge decision to make. Either he will stay in Milwaukee and keep taking the entire team on his back in hope for a miracle, or he will go somewhere where he will have a real chance to win another championship. Rumors about Giannis leaving Milwaukee have been circulating for the last few years, but this time he will do what is best for him and leave. He has 3 more years of his contract with the Bucks, so we can expect a huge trade this offseason. Of course, Giannis will be given the credit to decide where he will go, so in this video, we will see 5 potential trades, with the last one being the most likely to happen. So, before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let us know down in the comments where you want to see Giannis go. The Minnesota Timberwolves is the first team on our list. They made it to the Western Conference Finals last season and are doing pretty well this year also. Anthony Edwards is growing into one of the best players in the league, and we can only imagine how that team will look with Giannis and Ant on the floor. The Timberwolves front office has shown that they are ready to make huge moves in the past, and that is the reason why they are here. Trading 5 players and 5 draft picks to get Rudy Gobert and then trading Karl Anthony Towns to New York seemed like bad moves at first. But look where the Wolves are now. Adding Giannis to the roster if the possibility comes is a no-brainer, and that may be a very easy move for the Wolves. They can make it happen by sending veteran Julius Randle and last year's 6th Man of the Year, Naz Reid, to Milwaukee. This may not be the best move from the Bucks' perspective, but adding a couple of picks to the package may get the deal done. Another reason why we have this potential trade at number 5 is that Minneapolis is a small market, similar to Milwaukee, and Giannis will probably prefer going elsewhere. Still, we cannot help but imagine seeing Giannis and Ant on the same team. Another team on the rise is the Houston Rockets. They were one of the best stories of this season, as they finished 2nd in the Western Conference and returned to the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. They have a solid team, with Fred VanVleet being the veteran and Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green being some of the best young players in the league. The Rockets definitely have a bright future, and if they add a superstar like Giannis, they may turn from a solid team to a championship contender right away. The Rockets were in the top 6 in the league in points and field goal percentage allowed, and with Giannis on that squad, they will be a real nightmare for every team in the league. Offensively, Giannis, Sengun, and Green will most likely be in the highest scoring trio in the league, so Houston may be the right destination for the Greek freak. Another reason why this trade may get through is the package that the Rockets may offer. Amen Thompson would be the centerpiece of it. He has shown huge potential in the first 2 seasons in the league, and many already compare him to Giannis. Reed Shepherd saw limited playing time in his rookie season, but the point guard was drafted 3rd overall last year for a reason, and he may be the right replacement for Lillard until he returns. Dillon Brooks and Jabari Smith Jr. will complete the package that the Bucks will have a hard time saying no to. At number 3, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. They have been trying to make a championship team for almost 2 decades now, and maybe Giannis is the missing piece they were looking for. The Paul George trade ended up being disastrous, and many gave up on Kawhi Leonard as well. However, Leonard is back in full shape, just like James Harden, and adding Giannis to these two will make the Clippers the best team in the league. Their offensive potential is unmatched, and they are a real championship contender even without Giannis. The Greek Freak's versatility will fill in all the gaps for the Clippers, and trust me, no team will be able to beat them in a 7-game series. The good news is that the Clippers may offer a package that will keep their best players on the roster. Norman Powell is probably the most underrated player in the league, and he would become an even better scorer in Milwaukee. Bogdan Bogdanović is an excellent three-point shooter, and Derek Jones Jr. is a two-way player who makes the fans jump out of their seats on a daily basis. Truth to be told, none of these three players is particularly young, but they can keep the Bucks in the top half of the Eastern Conference. If there is a player whose path to the NBA and then to the top of the league is similar to Antetokounmpo's, then it is Nikola Jokic. The Serb joined the Denver Nuggets 2 years after Giannis' arrival to the Bucks, and has been with the team ever since. He went all the way to win the MVP award and then the NBA championship, but just like Giannis, Jokic is considering leaving the only NBA team he ever played for, unless something changes. Mike Malone's unexpected departure late in the season was a huge blow for the Nuggets, and obviously things are not well in Denver. There is no doubt that the Nuggets ownership will do everything it takes to keep the Joker in Denver, and there is no better move than trading for Giannis. Both Jokic and Giannis are from the same region in Europe and have unconventional playing styles. We saw what they can do with just average rosters, and there is no doubt that they will be a perfect match in Denver. They are both around a triple-double average for years now, and we all know these two guys are about winning championships, and not the stat sheet. Many would think that their numbers will drop if they are on the same team, but don't be so sure about it. Both can dominate the floor, and the Nuggets would be unbeatable with Jokic and Giannis in the lineup. For this trade to happen, the Nuggets would send Michael Porter Jr. and Zeke Naji to Milwaukee. Porter Jr. has often been criticized, and he would benefit from a fresh start with the Bucks, and Milwaukee would get a new face of the franchise. And finally, the most likely destination for Giannis is New York. The Knicks are playing their best basketball in decades, and they need only one piece to the puzzle to complete a roster that will be competitive to win the NBA championship. It's been more than 50 years since the Knicks won the chip, and Giannis can be the one to make things happen in New York. The Knicks have been mentioned as a potential landing spot for Giannis for a while, and it feels like the perfect time is now. Jalen Brunson has been the leader of the team whose playing style is perfect for Giannis. Adding the Greek Freak to Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns can be the winning scenario for the Knicks. The die-hard attitude is something Giannis lives by, and the Knicks fans are hoping to welcome the Greek Freak to the Big Apple. OG Anunoby would be the main player in the trade package going to the Bucks. He adapted well with the Knicks after the trade from the Raptors, but his impact is not even close to what Giannis can do for the team. In addition, the Knicks would send Mitchell Robinson to the Bucks, which will make this trade doable. Truth to be told, this may not be the best trade for the Bucks, but a couple of draft picks can push the trade through. It's been a while since the Knicks have been among the hottest teams in the league, and Giannis' arrival to the city will make the Knicks a top contender to win the championship next year. So what do you think? Where should Giannis go?